Now, one question that we get asked quite often here at Smart Social is, why should I do social media if my business already has plenty of leads? So this is an interesting question because there's an assumption that the person who's asking this question is making, that social media is a marketing tool, that by doing social media, I'll generate more leads, okay? Now, while that is possible to generate more leads for your business by using social media, that is not the sole reason that a business should be on social media. So in today's world, we have to realize that there's so many things that are interconnected in how we do things these days. And realize too, that in a business, things are becoming more transparent and interconnected more than they ever have before. And this is a very important distinction to understand. You see, in a business, there used to be a wall, if you will, in between your marketing, in between your customer service, and your branding and messaging. So those used to be three different things that people worried about in their business. They used graphic designers and people like that to do their branding and messaging. They used sales and marketing people to do their marketing, and they used customer service people to do their customer service. In today's world, with the interconnectedness with the internet and social media as a layer on the internet, all three of those are the same thing these days. Completely the same thing. You see, consumers can bypass a business's marketing completely and talk directly to their customers through using recommendations on sites like Facebook. So if I needed to hire a lawn service or a pest control company or whoever, I don't even have to listen to any marketing or messaging from a business. I can go to Facebook and say, hey friends, who do you recommend I hire? And now I can talk to the customers of the business. So helping your customers stay with you, continue to remind them why they love working with you, will do two things for your business. One is that'll encourage them to stay as repeat customers. So that'll increase the customer value to your business on a per customer basis. The more one customer spends, the better it is. We all know it is 4 times less costly to keep a customer coming back than it is to find a new one. So keeping your customers with you is a more cost-effective way to do business. And that will also help generate referrals, which is a higher quality lead than a new lead that you'll generate on your own marketing. Because people these days don't trust marketing messages, they trust their friends and family. And because they have a network now online with their friends and family, they can leverage that to gain the best information for themselves of how to work with good businesses. So the more you work with your customers, the more you keep them around, the more you get referrals from them, because then your customers are telling their friends about you, and the more repeat business you get. None of that has anything to do with actual marketing. It's all about helping your customers, remind them why they want to continue to do business with you. And some businesses will say, well, yes, that's true, but I do an email marketing campaign to my customers, like a newsletter and things like that. And I tell them that's awesome that you do that. But honestly, if you look at your open rates, there's a good chance that less than 10% of your people are actually opening that email, and let alone doing anything with it. So social media is the literal perfect way to not only be there for your customers and remind them and educate them and inform them and help them in their life on an ongoing basis, but that'll help encourage the repeat business, and you can encourage them to do referrals at the same time. So this isn't about, hey, here's a message I'm sending to you through an email. This is, I want to talk with and collaborate with and discuss ideas and concepts with my client base. I want to build a relationship with my customers. And social media is really the perfect way to do that. So that is a very important reason why you should be on social media, even if you're not generating new leads, is to keep your current customer base with you, especially if you're a business that has an ongoing service. If you do an ongoing service, you want to be on social media and want to be talking more with your customers, and even going after your competitors' customers if they're not doing social media. It is such a prime opportunity, it's awesome. Now that's not easy to monetize necessarily and prove I spent this much on social media efforts to collaborate and share and talk, and I'm not sure if I'm getting that return back. That's true. It's hard to get that dollar for dollar valuation on social media because it is more of a longer term process. So you've got to think about the return more over 9 to 12 months versus 1 to 2 months when you're doing your content for social media. If you're running an ad on social media, that's marketing. You can get a direct return on that one pretty fast and calculate that easy. Okay? If you're doing content, which is regular posting, providing things of value to your customers and your followers, that's you got to look 9 to 12 months out for the return on that. Okay? That's an important distinction to make. So just being there for your customers, encouraging referrals, those kinds of things is going to dramatically help your business in the long run. That is one of the biggest reasons you should stay on social media. The other reason is it helps you to be seen by more people. You continue to build a bigger and bigger audience over time that helps you with your branding, helps more people see you as value, but it also helps people in the long run see you as the resource that they want to use in their lives to help them. So the more you do it, the longer you're on social media, the better it gets. There's a snowball effect that happens over time. So if you think of social media from the standpoint of marketing, I'm going to turn it on and turn it off when it's convenient for me, and I'm only going to promote my message. I'm not going to do things that are valuable to my customers. I'm only going to talk about me. Sales marketing, sales marketing, sales marketing. If that's all you do, you're going to have an absolute horrible time on social media. It's going to be terrible. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're not going to have a good return and value out of it. And you're going to think social media doesn't work and you're going to get off of it. The problem is down the road, your competitors are going to basically steal all your clients from you because they're using social media. And then you're going to lose out. So you want to realize that the most important part of social media is building and maintaining relationships with customers, current customers, and future customers. That is the number one best reason to be on social and to always be on social. Keep it going, just keep it running. It's going to help in the long run for your business. The single best reason to show that social media works is that you're still in business in 5 years from now, because that building that relationships, building the trust, being seen as an important part of that community is going to generate more business in the next 5 years for you than marketing ever will. That is super important. So marketing is a good icing on the cake to put on top of the content you're doing. Okay? Marketing is the icing on the cake, and branding is icing on the cake as well. Those are nice, but the content is the important part of it, building relationships with people in the long run. That's going to help your business more than ever. Okay, the other thing to realize with social media too is social listening. Social media is a network. There's opportunities for you to find people who are griping and complaining and have problems right now that need your help. You can find them if you know how to do searches, you know how to listen on social media to find conversations and get into them, then you have a chance of directly talking to people who are in the middle of needing your help right now, which means their conversion rate is really going to be high. So there's a great chance to do that, and it doesn't take much more effort to do that than it does to just do the content. Again, if all you're doing is marketing, you're missing the social listening. You need to be a valuable part of the community and paying attention to what's going on around your business and your customers. You will not only keep your customers with you to generate repeat business and referrals, but you'll find people who need your help now and be able to directly contact and work with them. Super effective, super effective way to generate business for you, okay? Now the beauty is, if your business is full, you've got tons of leads, you're very happy with your level of business, you've got a choice to make as a business owner, okay? Because you have a very good problem to have. You're too busy. Do you expand and grow your business more, or do you find someone that you can send those leads to and shovel referrals their way? That doesn't hurt. You can give them to somebody else. If you have another person in your industry you trust and you want to send them their way, great. Get a referral fee. It's still going to make revenue for your business. So there's no way to not make social media a huge success for you, even if you're too busy. Keep that capacity up. If you're going to have a problem in your business, and you always will have a problem in your business, have the problem of too many leads. Why not? Especially in today's world. It just makes sense to make sure that you always have more leads than you need. Because if you can't use them, you can refer them to somebody else and get a referral fee. So it's still going to be advantageous to your business. So that's important, okay? So using social media in the long run is by far the most effective way to use it and the most cost-effective way to use it. So do that. Keep active. Once you get started, do not stop. Keep going. Keep using social media. The longer you use it, the more you use it, the more you build that value, the better. Plus you can do marketing, icing on the cake, and you can do branding, icing on the cake. But the cake is providing good value to your customers over a long period of time. So that's a huge, important part of social media. Any social media marketer that you work with that doesn't have a really good content strategy to help you in the long run, but just wants to do marketing, is not going to help your business in the long run. They're going to help you make something now, and they're going to make a lot of money from you now. They're not invested in helping you grow in the long run and make sure your business stays viable for a long period of time. So it's not bad to have marketing, but if you don't have the content part, marketing is not going to be as effective. So you have to do both to really get the best out of social media. So just realize that if you're looking for an agency to help you out, make sure you find one that does content that helps you to make sure that you can have that value for your customers in the long run, and will help you do marketing and branding on top of that. That is important. Okay, if all they're doing is wanting to do marketing, then you are missing, a huge part of the value of social media. That's short-term values, not long-term values. You can't build a business doing just marketing on social media. You have to do more with customer service, with that value to keep your business viable for a longer period of time. Not to mention, marketing to new clients is the most expensive way to do business. Keeping your customers with you and getting referrals with them is far less expensive. They've bought from you once already. It's easier for them to buy again, as long as you take care of them and remind them why they want to come back, and get referrals from them, which will close at a higher rate than new leads will. So just realize that social media actually provides a tremendous value and effectiveness to your business, but it is over a longer period of time than just 1 or 2 months. You need to think 12 months out at least to look at that return. So think longer term when you're using social media, and realize that it really is going to help you in the now and in the future to grow your business and have more success. If you have any other questions about this, or want to dig into this more, or see how these philosophies and ideas can help you more in your business, feel free to reach out to us at Smart Social. We'd love to help you out to understand those things. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.